Go ahead and get on out, go straight. If the banker will let you. There's too many boats fighting for this inside. Go between Peter and Stocker. Problem you got's Rain-X.
Got orange smoke.
Got orange smoke?
Yep.
Okay, follow in behind, just kind of keep going the way you're going. They're going to move out too. Okay, keep going. Keep turning. Get over here by T.
Can we go down the inside of the course?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go with the first start, which is the all C boats, as you can see. BNS is the second start. The final start will include the A boats. But right now, it's the C boats that we see lining up, and we see the lineup. It's Pepsi, Accurate Marine, Kingston, No Mercy, First Scarab, and Nemshoff as we get moments away now from the beginning of this race here in Key West. Great weather here, as you can see, blue skies, some puffy clouds. Looking back, there is Explosive. On the very inside is Barracuda. Waiting for the green flag now as we see the boats lining up. They're very close. We've got the green flag at the beginning of this 1996 Key West World Championship. Off to the immediate lead, it's Nemshoff with Pepsi, Accurate Marine, Kingston, No Mercy, First Scarab. And once again, it's Nemshoff in the immediate lead, but on the very inside, it looks like Barracuda may have jumped the green flag. So it's Barracuda in the lead in the early moments of this C start here in Key West. Barracuda followed by Nemshoff, First Scarab, Kingston, Accurate Marine, and Pepsi as we look to the leaders. Barracuda, Nemshoff, and First Scarab as we look upfield here in Key West for these World Championships. There is Pepsi on the inside. Accurate Marine, as we see. Actually, those are the leaders. Accurate Marine right there in the middle. Following the leaders, and the leaders are Barracuda, Nemshoff, and First Scarab. We're going to go with your leader, Barracuda, C12. Barracuda, a 30-foot Spectre powered by 2.5 AFIs. Mariner outboard. The driver, Matt Broman from Edwardsville, Illinois. Throttleman Dennis Berry from Morrow, Illinois. Barracuda, your leader right now. Special thanks to Claas Racing Oils, Sierra, Days Inn for the fine accommodations here in Key West, Florida. Masco Propellers, also outboard crankshaft, and Jay from Spectre Powerboats for building a fine piece of workmanship here, the Spectre Powerboat. We've got 3 other Spectres in the race in here in Key West. They're all in S-Class. It's Haviland, Concattac, and Team Bermuda, all Spectre Powerboats. On the outside, Nemshoff, C41, a 40-foot FB design, but on the inside, it's Barracuda, C12. Matt Broman and Dennis Berry aboard this 30-foot Spectre. Right now, in first place in this C start. These are your 1996 Key West World Championships here in Key West, Florida. The first of 4 races that we will be covering for you. Each team racing in 2 races. The highest combined totals, well, they'll be your team with the World Championship. The Barracuda Racing Team would once again like to thank the Days Inn in Key West for the fine accommodations, as does Freeze Frame Video Productions for the fine accommodations provided by Days Inn. Barracuda, C12. There you see First Scarab on the inside, and we've got Nemshoff on the outside. Great battle going on here in C-Class. Barracuda, First Scarab, and Nemshoff on the outside here in the early moments of this race. And there is Pepsi on the left side now. Great battle here in C-Class. Pepsi, Nemshoff, First Scarab, and Barracuda in the early moments of this World Championship C start here in Key West. As we said, Pepsi is in the mix now. Pepsi, a 29-foot Formula 3 powered by 900 horsepower HBR competition inboard with a Mercruiser drive. This team is from Trinidad. Pepsi, great mix, great competition in the early moments of this C Star. C41 Nemshoff, a 40-foot Fabio Buzzi design powered by 1,000 horsepower C-Tech diesel inboards with Tri-Max drives. Now the owner is Mark Nemshoff. Paul Nemshoff is the driver, and Douglas Hahn is the crew chief and alternate driver. Mark Nemshoff, the owner, is also the throttle man today aboard C41 Nemshoff. Brand new boat, first race of this 1996 racing season, 40-foot Fabio Buzzi design, Nemshov C41. Nemshov Racing Team from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, Nemshov. This boat is prepared by Richard Jones from Titusville, Florida. Some of the other Seaboat competitors include Intense Inferno, No Mercy. Of course, we saw Pepsi, Zero Gravity, Accurate Marine, Barracuda, Explosive, Heat is On. We've got 12 competitors in C class. Nemshov C41 in first place right now in C. Nemshov, a 40-foot Fabio Buzzi design, a brand new boat for this 1996 racing season. Paul Nemshov, the driver. Mark Nemshov, the owner, throttle man. Douglas Hahn, crew chief and alternate driver. Your leader in C in the early moments of this race. C41 Nemshov. Looking downfield, there is First Scarab. First Scarab C5. First Scarab is a 37-foot well-crafted Scarab powered by two 650-horsepower Teague inboards with Mercruiser drives. John Streep, the driver. Navigator Joe Black. Throttle man is Nigel Hook. First Scarab C5. The first offshore racing team was started by Nigel Hook, John Streep, and Joe Black. The state-of-the-art Scarab 37H boat was created to bring a new evolutionary design to the powerboat industry. The features of this race boat are ultimate speed, efficiency, and safety. The first offshore racing team and its newly designed boat are considered Welcraft's ultimate Scarab prototype. Special thanks to the first group, also Welcraft, Archer Marine, and Urban Stice from Powerboats.com. Also Bob Teague for the power plants. First Scarab C5, 37-foot Welcraft Scarab. As it heads towards Mallory Square, you can see many of the spectators along the shore there watching this World Championship here in Key West. A great vantage point as we see some more spectators. Beautiful day here in Key West, Florida. This boat in this configuration will be legal for B class in the 1997 racing season. First Scarab C5. We see Mallory Square, many of the hotels and restaurants. And there we see Nemshov in the lead. Nemshov as we see into Mallory Square going around the turn. "37-foot Welcraft. First Scarab, John Streep, Joe Black, and Nigel Hook aboard. The spectator boats in the background. Some more. Superboat International, U.S. Offshore Racing Association, and the APBA have all gathered together to bring you this World Championship being run under SV International rules. Pepsi C112, a 29-foot Formula 3. Pepsi, powered by one 900-horsepower HBR competition engine with a Mercruiser drive. The driver is Barry Pottermore, navigator Hugo Delmas, and throttleman Joe Sabini. Pepsi, this team is from Trinidad. Many thanks to Bobby Moore of Custom Marine in Miami and his service manager, Troy Hannon, who played a major role in preparing the boat for the World Championships, and the crew of Team Pepsi, Joey and Larry, who now race in modified class on the Mountain Dew and Taco Bell boat, for their assistance during the World Championships at Key West. Joey Sabini, he's the throttle man and owner. Barry Podmore, driver and crew chief, and Hugo Delmas, navigator aboard this Pepsi Racing Team 29-foot Formula 3. Freeze Frame Video Productions is happy to see this Trinidad boat running here in Key West in these World Championships. By the way, this boat was manufactured in Trinidad and Tobago by Formula 3. It's the only 29-foot in length, and they're the only single-engine boat to race in C-Class with a 598 cubic inch engine with just over 1,000 horsepower. Pepsi C112, 29-foot Formula 3. Special thanks to Pepsi, Citibank, and Mobile One, their sponsors. Barry Podmore, Hugo Delmas, and Joe Sabini aboard. C112 Pepsi, top of the pack in C. C9 Zero Gravity, a 31-foot Express Cat as we look downfield. Zero Gravity powered by two 510 horsepower Intense Marine inboards. The driver Roger Rex from Miami, Florida. Throttleman Scott Mander, also from Miami. Zero Gravity. Scott Mander, of course, the owner-operator of Intense Marine. Special thanks to Straight Line Painting, Custom Size, Laborsi Marine, Dollar Marine for the drives, Pass International, and the crew over at Intense Marine. Intense Marine, your home for all your high-performance needs, inboards as well as outboards. There is Accurate Marine on the outside. Accurate Marine C24, a 28-foot Douglas Skater. Also, special thanks to RJ Marine Boat Transport for transporting the Lady Kamikaze, Phenomenon, and Zero Gravity. Those are three boats that Scott Mander at Intense Marine has rigged and maintained and has brought to this World Championship here in Key West. There's Magic Potion in B-Class making its way on the outside. Magic Potion. Accurate Marine in the middle with Zero Gravity on the inside. Also, special thanks to Scott's wife, Kathy, and daughters Crystal and Cassie for their dedicated support. Zero Gravity 31-foot Express Cat C9. Roger Rex and Scott Mander aboard. All right, now, as we look to the turn, there is Obsession Joanna on the far outside. Accurate Marine. There is Zero Gravity and Great Lakes Caster on the outside. Great Lakes Caster and Zero Gravity on the inside. Zero Gravity 31-foot Express Cat. Great Lakes on the outside. There is, on the inside, Zero Gravity. Joanna and Obsession looking upfield. Zero Gravity, Roger Rex, and Scott Mander aboard. Great Lakes Caster on the outside. Oh, beautiful jump there by Great Lakes Caster. Great battle going on here in C-Class. There is Accurate Marine. Looking upfield, Zero Gravity, C9 on the inside. Zero Gravity in second place in the National Point Standings for APBA in the 1996 racing season. A great year for Zero Gravity. We're going to go with Accurate Marine now. C24, Accurate Marine, a 28-foot Douglas Skater powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Craig Nesbitt is aboard. He is the driver. Throttleman Mike Belgium from Patchogue, New York. Mike is the owner-operator of Thrasher Marine Performance in Patchogue. This boat, Accurate Marine, is rigged and maintained by the Accurate Marine in Patchogue, New York. This boat is a brand new 28-foot Douglas Skater. C24, Accurate Marine. Bumpy waters here at Key West in this first of 4 races that we'll be covering for you. Week-long festival here in the World Championships. There's Great Lakes Caster on the outside. Great Lakes Caster as we head into Mallory Square. Those two 2.5 EFIs sound excellent. Many spectators there along the way, as you can see, as we are in Mallory Square. Great vantage point for watching this race. There's Team Stalker on the outside in S-Class, Team Stalker S8. On the inside, it's Accurate Marine C24, C-Class. Team Stalker now cutting through the wake of Accurate Marine as we're going around the turn at Mallory Square. On the inside, Team Stalker. On the outside, Accurate Marine. Going around the turn, Team Stalker, 30-foot motion powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver, Art Laszlo from Naples, Florida. Throttleman is Tim Steiner from Naples, Florida. Special thanks to Brookside Marina for rigging and maintaining Team Stalker S8. There on the outside is Accurate Marine C24 in C-Class, Team Stalker in S. Great battle going on here between these two boats. By the way, Team Stalker took a second place in the national point standings in S-Class this year and took a first place in the Gold Cup Series. Team Stalker took a third place in the World Championships here last year. Team Stalker S8, Accurate Marine on the outside, C24, 28-foot Douglas Skeeter, and a 30-foot motion on the inside. Battle here between these two boats, an S boat and a C. Accurate Marine on the outside, Team Stalker on the inside. As we see Team Stalker with Art Laszlo and Tim Steiner. 30-foot motion powered by two 200 horsepower outboards. Both boats staying close together here in Key West, Florida. We've got 8 boats in stock class. We've got 3 Spectres. We've got Concacaf, Team Bermuda, and Haviland. Also 3 Motions, Team Stalker, Baby Kamikaze, and Cutting Edge. We've got 1 Skater and 1 Cobra. 8 in all in S-Class. Right now, Team Stalker S8, 30-foot motion with Art Laszlo and Tim Steiner. There's Accurate Marine on the outside. Accurate Marine. C-Class. Sliding to our right in C-Class, the heat is on. C100, 32-foot Manta powered by 2 650 horsepower Speed and Sports Marine inboards with Mercury #3 Speedmaster drives. The driver is Steve Abels. He's from New York. Navigator Buddy Street Battleman Stephen Desjardins. Heat is on. C100. This boat is your 1996 SPR National Champion in C-Class. Motors built by Speed and Sport Marine in Fort Lauderdale. Stephen Desjardins is the owner, throttleman, and engine builder. Sponsors Hudson Technologies, Inc. They are reclaimed refrigerant storage and refrigeration management. And Centrifugal Revamping, Inc. in Fort Lauderdale. Those are your sponsors for Heat is On, C100 32-foot Manta. Nice throttling job there by Stephen Desjardins. Bumpy waters out there, as you can see. This 32-foot Manta, very loose. A lot of rocking and rolling here in Key West, as you can see. Nice jump, but in control, no problem. Steve Abels, Buddy Street, and Stephen Desjardins. Another jump. Anchor Marine on the outside. It is on the inside. Uh-oh. Jump. Nice jump. Oh, they stuffed it. They stuffed it. The whole bow has been torn apart, but the boat is still floating. The crew members seem to be okay. Let's see it again. Nice jump, as you can see, but then the boat stops, goes into the water. The bow is totally torn apart, but miraculously everyone is okay. The boat is still afloat. As you can see, it has no front, no bow. On the heat is on. Incredible. And lucky for the crew of Heat is On, Steve Abels, Buddy Street, and Stephen Desjardins. Look at that shot. Totally blown apart by these strong waters here in Key West. As you can see now, there is the boat, but the crew members, once again, very lucky they're okay. Freeze Frame Video Productions helicopter has called the Angel helicopter, which is on its way, but as you can see, the crew members seem to be okay. S6 Race Boat Water Sports, a 28-foot Douglas Skater, powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver is David Back from Grand Junction, Colorado. Throttle Paul Whittier from Friday Harbor, Washington. Race Boat Water Sports, S6. Special thanks to Mike Nicholson for paint and graphics. By the way, we've got Paul's lovely fiancee, Jennifer, in our Freeze Frame Video helicopter watching this race and also helping us out. So special thanks to Jennifer. Race Boat Water Sports. This is the only 28-foot Douglas Skater running in S-Class. You're watching the 1996 Key West World Championships. The big event, what we've all been waiting for. And of course, Freeze Frame Video Productions is proud to be a part of it. This is the first of 4 races during this week that we'll be covering for you. 2-race event for each team. The team with the highest combined totals, they are your world champions. There's Instigator on the outside in B-Class. Instigator as we head toward Mallory Square. Race Boat Water Sports powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboards. 28-foot skid. David Bagg and Paul Whittier aboard. Instigator on the outside in B. Once again, Instigator going by some of the spectators. Heading for the turn. And going around the turn. Race Boat Motorsports and Instigator. S28 Texaco Haviland 3, a 30-foot Spectre powered by 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. Robert McElhenney from Anna Maria, Florida. Throttleman is Wiley Nagler from Siesta Key, Florida. Brand new team. There is Team Extreme on the outside in A-Class. Team Extreme on the inside. Texaco Haviland 3. Wiley Nagler, by the way, is the president of Backcountry Powerboats. Wiley Nagler, the Throttleman from Siesta Key, Florida. Texaco Haviland 3 had a good year in this 1996 racing season as we look downfield. The Texaco Haviland 3 racing team would like to give special thanks to Jay from Spectre Powerboats for building a great piece of workmanship, this 30-foot Spectre. Also special thanks to Texaco Haviland, Suncoast Fasteners, Custom Colors, and Stainless Marine, as well as Clay Magic. S28 Texaco Haviland 3, 30-foot Spectre. Robert McElhenney and Wiley Nagler aboard. We remember Texaco Haviland 3 in its rookie race back in April earlier this year, and they've had a terrific season this 1996 racing season. And of course, we enjoy covering them here at Freespring Video Productions, and we certainly wish them the best of luck for the remainder of this race and the rest of the World Championships here in Key West. There's Accurate Marine on the outside. Accurate Marine as it comes up. Texaco Haviland 3 on the inside. Accurate Marine on the outside, looking downfield a bit. As we look upfield, there are some more S-boats. We've got 8 S-boats entered in all. Team Stalker, Team Bermuda, Raceboat Motorsports, Texaco Haviland 3, which we just saw. Also, Conk Attack, Cobra, Baby Kamikaze, and Cutting Edge. A lot of good competition in S-Class. There is S747, Team Bermuda Kinetic Animation, a 30-foot Spectre powered by 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. Driver is Randy Harris from Boca Raton, Florida. Throttleman Morris Correa from Bermuda. Team Bermuda Kinetic Animation, S747. Nice throttling job there by Morris Correa from Paget, Bermuda. These rough waters in Key West are taking a toll early on some boats. Indigo and Kiss of Fire are out of the race in B class. In A class, we got some more. In A class, it's Pittman Photo, Flashpoint, Bronx Phantom, Fitz's Fantasy, Performance Marine, Team Irresistible, Team Hog's Breath. They are out of the race. In C class, King Sting and Explosive, we never saw at the start of the race. And Heat Is On, of course, is out of the race in that spectacular mishap where we saw the bow totally ripped apart as Heat Is On stuffed it. But the crew members are luckily okay. So a lot of boats out of the race so far in this first of 4 races that we'll be covering. We've got nearly 60 boats in all entered in this morning race. Over 100 in these World Championships here in Key West. We're looking at S1 now. S1 Cutting Edge, you're a leader right now, and also your national champion in S-Class. Cutting Edge, a 30-foot motion powered by 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver is Alan Butler from Corpus Christi, Texas. And Gary Ballou from Boca Raton. He is the throttle man. Cutting Edge, S1. Special thanks to Edwin at Motion Powerboats, Dean and the other wizards at Wizard Marine, and of course their friends over at TNT Rigging for helping to put together a winning boat. Also special thanks to Crew Chief Larry Butler and all his buddies for their support, and thank you to the APBA and SBIP race organizers for a great year. S1 Cutting Edge, your leader right now in S-Class. And as we said, your 1996 national champion in S-Class for APBA. S1 Cutting Edge in first place. Alan Butler, the driver. Gary Ballou, throttle man. There's Team Bermuda on the outside. Great little battle going on here in S-Class. Great battle here. S1 Cutting Edge, and Team Bermuda on the outside, threatening to take the lead. Team Bermuda and Cutting Edge entering Mallory Square as the spectators are getting a great view of this great race, great battle going on between these two boats. Team Bermuda on the outside. It's close here in Mallory Square between Team Bermuda and Cutting Edge. Going around the turn, Cutting Edge and Team Bermuda. Some of the spectator boats you can see in the distance. Heading out of Mallory Square now. S45 Baby Kamikaze 30-foot motion powered by 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver is Mike Hidalgo from Miami, Florida. Throttleman Ricardo Acosta from Puerto Rico. Juan Santiago from Puerto Rico. He is the owner of this 30-foot motion Baby Kamikaze. S45. So far in S-Class, Cobra is out of the race. Cobra, S77. Right now you're watching S45 Baby Kamikaze with Mike Hidalgo and Ricardo Acosta. Juan Santiago Jr., the driver of record, but it's Mike Hidalgo in the driver's seat for today's race. Eight boats in all entered in S-Class, but right now Cobra is out, leading 7. Great battles going on in S. Great competition. As you can see, bumpy waters here in Key West. And as we saw earlier in the race, Gita Zahn stuffed it. The whole bow torn apart by the strong waters out here, strong impact. But the driver and the rest of the crew members are okay, no problem. Nice throttling job there aboard Baby Kamikaze S45. As we look into the distance, there is S40 Conch-Attack. Conch-Attack is a 30-foot Spectre. It's powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. As we get a little closer, we can tell you that aboard Conch-Attack is Phil Semmel. He is the driver. Throttleman is Scott Cates from Key West, Florida. And there they are, Phil and Scott aboard S40 Conch-Attack, a 30-foot Spectre. And of course, we all look forward to seeing the much larger Spectre, which will become available soon. Spectre Powerboats, a great company, builds great racing boats as well as pleasure boats. Jay from Spectre Powerboats. Conch-Attack S40. Well, once again, the three major racing associations have gotten together to bring you this World Championship here in Key West. Superboat International, APBA, and U.S. Offshore Racing Association. Over 100 boats in all entered. Great event here, a week-long festival. Phil Semmel and Scott Cates right now aboard Conch-Attack S40. There's Feel the Rush in B class on the outside. Feel the Rush. Conch-Attack on the inside. Powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. Feel the rush as we look upfield. Conch-Attack. Looking upfield on the far outside is Nemshoff, your leader in C-Class. Nemshoff. There is Intense Marine in the middle of your picture. Intense Marine. C21. There you see now in the middle is First Scarab. First Scarab. Intense Marine on the inside. First Scarab coming up. But Nemshoff, your leader in C. Intense Marine looking downfield on the inside. There's Intense Marine C21, a 30-foot Max Cat. Powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Mike Strickland, the driver. Orlando Garcia, the throttle man. Intense Marine C21. Special thanks to Scott Manner from Intense Marine for rigging and maintaining this boat, 30-foot Max Cat. They would also like to thank the Bayside in Key West for the fine accommodations. Intense Marine. Intense, powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Uh-oh, what's that all about? Apparently a hole has developed in the bottom of the boat, and it's spraying behind the driver and throttle man. Oh, they've got a problem. Well, Freespray Video Productions is calling Angel Helicopter to let them know that this is happening so they can come and rescue these guys in the event that they sink. Apparently, the inside may be filling up with water now. As you can see, they are out of the race and they have stopped. A hole apparently developing in the bottom of the boat. Intense, with Mike Strickland and Rolando Garcia having a major problem. Hopefully those bilge pumps are working, otherwise that boat could fill up and possibly sink. But Angel Helicopter has been alerted. As you can see, there is water in there, and they could be sinking. So help is on the way. Both crew members, though, are okay. Mike Strickland and Rolando Garcia. Now we're going to go with the next start. The B and S boats. The B boats will be going 100 miles. The S boats 70 miles. And there you can see they've got the green flag, and they are on. The B and S start here in Key West, Florida. Now going to the immediate lead, we've got LoJack and Obsession. There is Obsession on the outside, LoJack on the inside. Obsession at 37-foot outer limits. LoJack at 32-foot Fabio Buzzi. Obsession on the outside, LoJack on the inside. LoJack is powered by one 1,100 horsepower SeaTech inboard with a Trimax drive. Daniel Scioli, he's from Buenos Aires, Argentina. He is the driver. Throttle man is Fabio Buzzi from Italy. LoJack, there is LoJack on the inside, Obsession on the outside. Wider shot. Fabio Buzzi on throttles, Daniel Scioli the driver. LoJack, B2. Obsession on the outside, 37-foot outer limits. This is the beginning of the B start, and these two boats went to the immediate lead right now in B class. The B and S start, that is. 100 miles for the B boats, 70 miles for the S boats. And it's LoJack and Obsession right now in the lead and fighting for the lead. LoJack, B2. Great battle going on here between these two B boats. Beautiful day here in Key West. As you can see, some clouds in the background with blue skies. Waters, though, choppy, making for a lot of rocking and rolling here in these waters. Obsession at 37-foot outer limits, powered by two 650 horsepower MRD inboards with Mercuzio drive. Obsession. Driver is Harry Turner. Throttleman is Mike Fior. Navigator Bob Bowman for this 37-foot outer limits. special thanks to MRD Marine Research and Development, specializing in the preparation and maintenance of high-performance pleasure and race boats. MRD is able to meet all the mechanical needs, engine packages, transmissions, house drives, rigging, as well as the fabrication needs for all of its many satisfied customers. Also special thanks to Jimmy Buck over at MRD. Also special thanks to Steve Ando, the crew chief, and John Turner. And Freeze Frame Video Productions would like to thank the Obsession Racing team for helping us transport some of our equipment. Obsession B88, your national champion in B class for U.S. Offshore in this 1996 racing season. There's LoJack on the outside. LoJack, a great battle going on here between these two B-boats. Obsession on the inside. Magic Potion now coming into the picture on the inside. Magic Potion, LoJack, and Obsession in the middle. A great battle in B class. Magic Potion, Obsession, and LoJack on the outside. All vying for the lead in B. A lot of flying, a lot of jumping going on. It's a great battle here between these boats. Obsession in the lead. Going around the turn now. It's Obsession with Magic Potion on the inside. B9 Magic Potion, a 34-foot Magic. Going around the turn. There's Obsession. B88. Magic Potion now coming into the picture. B9 Magic Potion, a 34-foot Magic, powered by two 600-horsepower Chevy Teague inboards with Merc Cruiser drives. The driver is Rob Storley from Benicia, California. Navigator Steve Ingram from Valencia, California. Throttle Bob Teague from Valencia. Magic Potion B9. Sponsors include R.A. Storley Insurance, Teague Custom Marine. Also special thanks to Rob Storley, his wife Margaret, and his kids Nicholas and Alexandra, and the staff of Teague Custom Marine. Crew members include James Jaber, Chad Schneider, and Ryan Thor. B9 Magic Potion, 34-foot Magic. Owner of Magic Potion, R.A. Storley Racing Incorporated. On the outside, Obsession, B88, a great battle going on here between these two boats. Obsession and Magic Potion, B9. Magic Potion, your 1996 Western Divisional Champion. Also took a second overall in the 1994 Key West races. 94 Rookie of the Year. High points overall in Western Division Regional Racing this year. Magic Potion, B9. Rob Storley, Steve Ingram, and Bob Teague battling in B. In Mallory Square as we head towards the turn. On the outside, Obsession, B8. On the inside, Magic Potion. There's Joanna. Joanna, 38-foot fountain in Mallory Square, going around the turn on the outside. B28 Joanna with Magic Potion on the inside. B28 Joanna, 38-foot fountain, powered by two 650-horsepower Troy Dennis inboards with Merc Cruiser drive. The driver is Bruce Furley from Paulus Heights, Illinois. Throttleman Craig LaPont from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Crew members, Emilio Dacoba, Tony Dacoba, Butch Prietzenberg, Don Cooper, and Gary Tatzman. Crew members of Joanna, B28. Sponsors include La Cantina Restaurants in Paw Paw, Michigan, Arthur Lee for rigging, Troy Dennis in North Carolina for the motors, and Oasis Whirlpool in St. Charles, Illinois. B-28, Joanna, 38-foot fountain, Bruce Sperling and Craig Lapine aboard. This 38-foot fountain powered by two 650-horsepower Troy Dennis inboards. Special thanks to Mr. Art Lilly. Bruce Sperling and Craig Lapine looking comfortable in their 38-foot fountain. The waters here at Key West seem to have calmed a bit. Still a little bumpy, though, in spots. There's Great Lakes Caster. Then we've got Field of Rush on the outside. Team Stalker down in the middle. And up front is Joanna. Great Lakes Caster on the inside. Great Lakes Casters. B96 33-foot fountain powered by two 500-horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drive. The driver is Jeff Haylett. Throttle-man Doug Popma. Great Lakes Casters. The Great Lakes Caster Racing Team would like to thank Haylett Signs. Also Great Lakes Caster, National Car Rental, T&M Auto Leasing, Assembly Service, Brazing Concepts, Tamaron Truck Sales, Tiger Fiberglass, Morrisman's Bar and Grill, Kais Jewelry, Gooby Restaurant, K&W Manufacturing, Lake George Marina, Fishtail Marina, R&F Automotive, Valvoline, Magliner Hand Trucks, Southeast Side Harley Davidson, and Harley's Motorcycle Shop. Great Lakes Caster Race Team, they're on the inside. Jeff Haylett and Doug Popma aboard this 38, or rather 33-foot fountain. Powered by a pair of 500-horsepower Mercury inboards. Field of Rush on the outside. Field of Rush. B96, Great Lakes Caster. Jeff Haylett, driver and owner. B87 Team DeLand Honda 38-foot Velocity powered by two 550-horsepower flagship marine inboards with Mercruiser drives. The driver, Kevin Brown. Throttleman is Steve Kildall. Navigator, Richard Burr. The owner, Pepper Ernst from DeLand, Florida. Team DeLand Honda B87 took a first place in the Southeast Regionals, a first in the Gold Cup Series, and third in the National Point Standings. Special thanks to Velocity powerboats, also flagship marine for the engines. Team DeLand Honda B87. Kevin Brown, Steve Kildall, and Richard Bird aboard this 38 foot Velocity. Nice throttling job there by Steve Kildall. We're aboard now. Team DeLand
I don't
Honda.
see, but Peter's out there. There he is.
Watch where you're going, Kevin.
A miscalculation on your left.
Come on, Kevin, drive a straight line.
You got a free side to your right, Kevin.
Go!
Get on your numbers.
I'm on it. We're right on
A
it.
stock boat on your left. Joanna's right on your stern, on the starboard side.
Get over, we're gonna get... Come on.
Boat down in the front of us there. I can't go the other way. I gotta go on this side of me.
Why are we going over there? You got boats there.
Because I got a boat on this side of me.
Walk down on the boat. Go straight.
You're safe on the right, Kevin.
Go straight. Go to your side.
You got plenty of room on your right, Kevin.
Okay, I don't see the ball yet.
Get on your mark.
We're on Team DeLand Honda B87 there with our helmet cap. Back to our helicopter shot now. That was, of course, at the green flag at the start with Kevin Brown, Steve Kildall, and Richard Bird. Exciting stuff aboard this 38-foot Velocity. These B-boats are going 10 laps for a total of 100 miles. Indigo and Kiss of Fire in B-Class are out of the race. Some of the other competitors in B-Class include LoJack, Joanna, Miscalculation, The Muscle, Banker, Magic Potion, Instigator, and Rain-X Express. Great competition in B. Right now we're watching Team DeLand Honda B87, 38-foot Velocity. These are the 1996 World Championships coming to you from Key West, Florida. Team Stalker on the outside. Team Stalker. Team Stalker in S-Class on the outside. Team DeLand Honda, of course, in B. And Zero Gravity in the middle there in C-Class. Zero Gravity. We're going to go with Banker now. B7 is a 38-foot bound built by Skeeter. Powered by two 645 horsepower Troy Dennis inboards with Mercruiser drives. Horace Barber, he is the driver. Coming is Jamie Coates. It's an all-Texas team. B7 Banker. Banker Racing would like to thank Mr. Art Lilly and crew chief Alan Borum for their support. Also, Fred Inman from Imco Marine for their exhaust headers, steering, and engine parts. Banker B7. Beautiful Key West. There's Team Extreme in A-Class on the outside. Team Extreme. B7 banker, 38-foot fountain, who said built by Skidder. Forrest Barber, driver, Jamie Coates, Drattleman. You can see Bumpy Waters here. There's Great Lakes Caster out of the race in B class. Another great competitor out of these World Championships right now. This is the first of 4 races that we'll be covering for you. There's Shogun. Shogun on the outside. But B7 banker keeps rolling along. Reliable Troy Dennison boards. B01, the muscle, a 33-foot power play powered by 2 650 horsepower Innovation inboards with Speedmaster drive. The driver is Diamond Dave Francis from Sarasota. Drattleman, Fast Eddie McCabe, also from Sarasota. The muscle. In their rookie year this year in this 1996 racing season, they became national champions in B class. A terrific, unbelievable season for the muscle. They certainly have made their impact in powerboat racing this year. Pretty big entourage for the muscle racing team. We got their own motorhome and trailer along with the boat, the 33-foot power play. A lot of people come together to make the muscle a winning combination, a winning racing team here during this 1996 racing season. And now they're here at the World Championships in Key West. B01, the muscle. And Police Brand Video Production certainly looks forward to seeing this racing team with a bigger V-bottom boat competing next year. There you can see many spectators along the beach. A lot of muscle there along the sandy and also the docks watching this race. Many spectators having a great vantage point right there, as you can see under some of the umbrellas here in Key West. Mallory Square. Heading into Mallory Square, the muscle. The muscle racing team would like to thank the Innovation Marine people for flawless engines, and also Danny Weinstein from Power Play. We've really enjoyed covering the muscle racing team, and we certainly wish them the best of luck in the remainder of this race and the rest of the World Championships here in Key West, Florida. The muscle, 33-foot power play. Some of the spectator boats. A11 Team Extreme 26-foot Corsa powered by 1 650 horsepower hardcore racing engine with a Mercury Bravo drive. Driver Jim Arbus, navigator Greg Pratt, and Drattleman is Johnny Fox. Jim is from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Greg from Germantown, Maryland. Johnny Fox from Mechanicsville, Virginia as well. A11 Team Extreme. This boat is rigged and maintained by Arbus Marine in Richmond, Virginia, which is owned by driver Jim Arbus. Arbus is from Richmond, Virginia, who runs Arbus Marine, building engines and outdrives and rigging boats. Drattleman Johnny Fox, as we said, he's from Arnold, Maryland. Navigator Greg Pratt. This is the first time the crew has ever raced together. A11 Team Extreme. Now, this boat was previously campaigned as Hog's Breath in 1994 and Team Hardcore in 95 and 96, winning one championship under each name. The name was recently changed from Hardcore to Extreme by request of Mountain Dew, their new sponsor. A11, Team Extreme. The Extreme team would like to thank their sponsors, Liam Fuller from Pepsi Company Mountain Dew of Hanover, Maryland, Bullets owner Dan McMurtry, and Tom Duprensky of Bullets Burgers and Shakes from Richmond, Virginia, for all their help and great food. Thanks to Carl from Hammerheads Brewery in Key West for their hospitality and great beer drinking contest. Also, last but not least, crew chief Tony and Nancy and the crew for all of their help and support during a great week of racing here in Key West. Team Extreme, A11 26-foot Corsa, Jim Marvis, Greg Pratt, and Johnny Fox aboard, doing a great job. B1 Instigator 32-foot activator powered by two 600-horsepower Bandit racing inboards with Mercruiser drives. The driver is Joe Stroh, navigator Curtis Cropper, driverman Peter Meyer. B1 Instigator. Special thanks to Lux Air and Lux Air Conditioning. Also special thanks to Peter Meyer's wife, Julie. Also special thanks to Stonehenge Pub on Long Island, New York. CDC Payroll Services and Kurtz Marine and Kurt Berger and all the rest of the crew over at Kurtz Marine for their reliable Bandit racing engines. Kurtz Marine, the home of the Bandit engines. Instigator B1 32-foot activator. Nice throttling there by Peter Meyer of Port Washington, New York. Joe Stroh, the driver navigator, is Curtis Cropper. Bumpy waters here in Key West. Instigator B1, it is your national champion under SBR rules. That's why it's B1. Instigator, a great 1996 racing season. Mr. Peter Meyer, Port Washington, New York, the owner of Instigator. Big event here in Key West. We've got over 60 boats, about 60 boats entered in this particular race. Over 115 boats in all in these World Championships here in Key West, Florida. Instigator B1. Peter Meyer is the owner, and he's also the throttle man on this boat, this 32-foot activator. Joe Stroh, the driver, and the navigator for today, Curtis Cropper. B1, your national champion in B class, SBR. B50 Rain-X Express, a 28-foot Wellcraft powered by two 630-horsepower Hawk racing inboards with Mercruiser drive. The driver Mike Hoffman, navigator Mike Stanko, driverman Joe Grayson. B50 Rain-X Express. Now this team is known as the Cut Loose Racing Team. It's sponsored by Boat Sales Inc. and Rain-X from Indianapolis, Indiana. And this young team has already amassed a long list of Oscar accomplishments, although that should come as no surprise to those that know the commitment Boat Sales Inc. has to high-performance boating. Indianapolis has a rich heritage in motor racing, and Cut Loose Racing is adding to that history today. Crew chief for today, Andrew Basinger. Sponsors include Rain-X, Northside Chevrolet Geo, ESPN2, the Rain-X girls, Cindy and Cheryl, Mark and Charlene for the graphics and race support, and CT Peppers, and of course the race sponsors. This is the fourth race for this racing team this year. These World Championships earlier in the year, they took a second in Sarasota, first in Islamorada, and a second in the Bahamas. The team was a big hit on Duval Street because they handed out hundreds of Rain-X samples each night during the race week. B50 Rain-X Express with Mike Hoffman, Mike Stancomb, and Joe Grayson. Mike Stancomb, by the way, the son of George Stancomb, who will be in C.T. Peppers in the afternoon race in the Model 5. By the way, Mike Stancomb, his nickname is Blade because he liked to always go rollerblading around Key West each morning, so the guys called him Blade for short. Mike Stancomb, the navigator of Rain-X Express B50. Mike Hoffman, Mike Stancomb, and Joe Grayson, driver, navigator, and throttle man. A50 Rain-X Express, a 28-foot Kitty Hawk Manor-Felt, powered by one 750-horsepower Thunderstruck inboard with a Volvo Penta drive. Ray Delaney, the driver, throttle man Bill McComb. They're both from Sarasota, Florida. Rain-X Express, A50. Other crew members include Phil Esposito, Keith Warmkessel, Bruce Kruglich, and Paul Babagir. Special thanks to Tom Chavy of Rain-X, Ed Solangi of Volvo Penta, and Aki Manafelt, the designer of the boat from Sweden. Rain-X Express A50. Nice throttling job there. Bill McComb, as you can hear, that Thunderstruck inboard. Other competitors in A include Sublot Satyr, Medium Master, Renegade, Wizard of Oz, Team Hardcore, Dan Donzi, Rum Runners, Shogun, and many, many more. But right now, it's Rain-X Express 8-2. Ray Delaney and Bill McComb aboard this 28-foot Kitty Hawk Manor-Felt. These are the World Championships in Key West, Florida. This is the first of 4 races that we will be covering for you this week. Each team, of course, participating in 2 races. The team with the highest combined total of points will be crowned your world champion. This boat is running through this rough water with no problem at all. Rain-X Express. Nice jump. It's powered by one 750-horsepower Thunderstruck inboard with a Volvo Penta drive. There is Accurate Marine on the outside. Accurate Marine. Master, a 30-foot superboat built on Long Island. Powered by one 650 horsepower MRD inboard with Merc Cruiser drive. The driver is Matt Beck, Troutman Greg Quirk. They're both from Long Island, New York. Media Master, 30-foot superboat. This boat is rigged and maintained by MRD Marine Research and Development. Your home for all your high performance as well as pleasure boat needs. MRD specializing in inboards. Another boat that MRD rigs and maintains is Obsession. Obsession is currently battling right now with LoJack. So top of the pack there for Obsession and MRD. And right now, Media Master top of the pack in A-class. Media Master, a 30-foot superboat, once again built on Long Island, New York. Matt Beck and Greg Quirk, fellow Long Islanders with Media Master. The owner, Commercial Wiring Corporation. As we come up now on phase 2, as you can see, and Renegade is right in front of phase 2. To tell you that phase 2 is an A16. It's a 28-foot Scarab powered by one 700 horsepower Chevy Teague Custom Marine inboard with an Artisan surface drive. Driver is Bob Vila, Battleman Paul Abreu. They're from California. Phase 2, A16. Crew members include Dean Thompson, Paul Newfield, Scotty Colder, and Doug Welch. Sponsors, Vila Construction Company, PSA Marine Services, and Northgate Back Clinic. They took a 3rd place in Ventura International Race and a 4th place in Las Vegas. This boat is rigged by PSA Marine Service. 28-foot Scarab Phase 2, Bob Vila and Paul Abreu aboard, driver and throttle man. There's Renegade slightly ahead of phase 2. As you can see the wake, and they're now slightly coming into the picture is Renegade. Renegade there in the middle. Phase 2 on the inside. Battle here in A-class. Phase 2, a little rocking and rolling there, as you can see. Bumpy waters here. But in control, no problem. Doing a nice job, Bob Vila and Paul Abreu. Great competition here between these two boats. Renegade, which is a 28-foot power play, and Phase 2, a 28-foot Scarab. By the way, Roger Aiken is the driver aboard Renegade, and Rick Turmel is throttle man. 28-foot power play against a 28-foot Scarab, as you can see. Not much room between these two boats. Great competition. Nice jump. Renegade, as we said, a 28-foot power play powered by one 650 horsepower inboard, a Blue Thunder inboard with Merc Cruiser drive. The driver, Roger Aiken, throttle-man Rick Turmel. Now the Renegade Racing Team would like to thank Debbie Fleischman for public relations. Also special thanks to Blue Thunder Engines, Robert Stompiano, Stainless Steel Marine Exhaust System, Jerry Smith and Alan Brown, Dollar Marine for the Bravo drives, drive maintenance, and gauges and controls, Mike Wood, Brian and Ron Dollar. Power Play Boat, Dan, John Gar, and Power Play Crew. Super Graphics, Michael Chernoff and Julie West. Mayfair for the steering. Binge Good. Also, special thanks to the sponsors in Key West, Bayside Key West, Century 21, and Doctors Alan and Diane Plotkin. Renegade Racing Team, A4. Top of the pack in A, Roger Aiken and Rick Turmel. Nice throttling job there by Rick. 28-foot power play. Nice jump. This boat handling quite well in these rough waters here, bumpy waters in Key West. $829 Wizard of Oz, a 29-foot ultimate Warlock, powered by one 650 horsepower T Custom Marine inboard with a Mercruiser drive. Eric Colby is the driver. He's from Thousand Oaks, California. Throttle man is Scott DeMarteau from Northbridge, California. Eric, by the way, is the editor of Powerboat Magazine. Wizard of Oz, $829. Sponsors include Hydro Hoist, T Custom Marine, also Precision Finish Inc., Powerboat Magazine, South Beach Seafood, Autometer, and Mayfair. Hydro Hoist, the main sponsor for this boat, Wizard of Oz, and these Key West World Championships. Eric Kilby and Scott DeMarteau, both Californians, on this 29-foot ultimate Warlock. Other crew members include Ryan Thor and Sandy DeMarteau. Nice throttling job there by Scott DeMarteau. This boat handling well in these rough waters, Wizard of Oz. And there you see Feel the Rush coming on, Feel the Rush on the outside. Feel the Rush and Wizard of Oz battling here. Wizard of Oz on the inside, Feel the Rush on the outside. Heading into Mallory Square. Heading towards the hotels and restaurants. Listen to that engine there, that Wizard of Oz T Custom Marine inboard. A66 Dam Donzi, a 27-foot Donzi Marine powered by one 650 horsepower Chief engine with a Mercruiser drive. Bob Kappas is the driver. Throttleman Tony Clements. Bob is from Sarasota, Florida. Tony from Bradenton, Florida. Dam Donzi, A66. Commercial endorsements include Stainless Marine, Haverford Inlet, Marine Underwriters, and Chief Engines. Dam Donzi, A66. Here's Bob Kappas and Tony Clements aboard this 27-foot Donzi Marine. Other A-boat competitors include Shogun, Performance Marine, Final Notice. Of course, we saw Medium Master before, Bronx Phantom, but we're watching Dan Donzie right now. A66 as this first race of 4 races that we'll be covering for you begins to wind down here in these World Championships in Key West. B-15 Feel the Rush, 32-foot signature, powered by 2 700-horsepower Blue Thunder inboards with Mercruiser drives. The driver, Mark Bellick. Navigator Todd Sinclair. Throttleman Martin Bellick. Mark and Martin are from East Lake, Ohio. Todd from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. B-15 Feel the Rush in B-class. Nice looking paint job on this 32-foot signature. Feel the Rush making its way into Mallory Square as we see some of the spectator boats in the background. Beautiful day here in Key West for the beginning of this World Championship. There is Joanna on the inside. Feel the Rush passing Joanna. We saw Joanna go by on the inside. These World Championships in Key West have been here for many, many years, and so has Freeze Frame Video Productions. We enjoy coming down here because it is a perfect location for this World Championship. There's see many spectators along the dock. Hotels and restaurants lining this Mallory Square as boats come in here to make the turn and head back out to the waters. Mark Bellick, Todd Sinclair, and Martin Bellick going around the turn. All right, now 822 Rum Runners, a 28-foot Sabre powered by a pair of 2.5 Mercury high-performance racing motors. This boat was race prepared by Mark Polker of Leader Marine. The boat is throttled by Gary Stewie of Glen Ellen, Illinois. Boat driven by Larry Hook of Fox Lake, Illinois. Navigation for the Worlds, Bob Keeber of Big Pine Key. 822 Rum Runners. A22 Rum Runners would like to thank Quality Inn here in Key West for the fine accommodations. Also, Jimmy Stewart for public relations. Rum Runners, this 28-foot Sabre, always runs very, very well. Rum Runners A22. Now, this is the last boat that there is Texaco Haviland 3 on the outside as we enter Mallory Square heading for the turn. As I was saying that Rum Runners is the last boat that we'll be covering for you in this first of 4 races that we will have for you this week and during these World Championships in Key West as this race now winds down. Rum Runners A22. And of course we'll have the results of the finishers in this first race. A, B, C, and S classes. Larry Hook, Bob Keeper, and Gary Stewie. A22 Rum Runners is powered by 2 2.5 EFIs. Rum Runners, 28-foot Sabre. As we've said before, these World Championships, they are a 4-race event. Each team entering 2 races, and the teams with the highest combined totals for those 2 races will be crowned the world champions. Of course, anyone being in the World Championship here has to have had at least two races during this 1996 racing season. Well, that's it. That's the end of the first race of the 4 races that we'll be covering for you. Great competition, though we did have a number of mishaps because of the bumpy waters out there, the major ones. The heat is on. The bow just completely tore apart by the rough waters out there, but luckily no injuries involved. As far as Intense Marine, a hole blew right through the bottom of the boat. Water squirted up, but we believe the boat did not sink. Luckily, everyone was okay. And now here are the final results in Offshore C class. In first place, Nemshov. In second, Pepsi, C112. And in third place, Zero Gravity, that's Offshore C. Nemshov taking the checkered flag. Number 1, C41. In Offshore B, La Gran Argentina Junior, B2. In second place, Joanna, B28. In third place, Obsession, B88. Once again, La Gran Argentina Junior taking the checkered flag in Offshore B in this first morning race. In Offshore A, Phase 2, coming out on top, followed by Sub-Luxator, A46, and Medium Master bringing up third. Once again, Phase 2, number 1, taking the checkered flag in Offshore A. In stock class, Team Stalker all the way, number 1, followed by Team Bermuda, then Texaco Haviland 3 in third place. Team Stalker S8 taking the checkered flag in stock class. And so that's it. Those are the final results of the first race of the 4 races scheduled in these World Championships in Key West. Of course, we had many mishaps today, but luckily no one was hurt. A lot of damage to the equipment, but everyone is okay. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the Freeze Frame Video Production crew, including Gary and Nancy Johnson, Peter Magnani, and Charlie Tesoro. Our helicopter companies, Kilpatrick Helicopters and Rotors in Motion. Our helicopter pilots, Russell Kilpatrick and Dave Clark. And special thanks to Mercury Marine, Obsession Race Team, and Engel Marine for helping us to transport our equipment. So on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame Video Production crew, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Key West, Florida. Hoping to see you soon in the second race of these World Championships here in Key West. If not, we'll see you in the first race of the 1997 racing season. Bye, everyone.